Hi, and welcome back. I am here today. We're going to talk about a case that I have been following, which was Quawan Bobby Charles. And we're going to call him Bobby because that's what his family called him. Now, I don't know if you're how familiar you are, but I'm going to just brief it for you. He's a 15-year-old that went missing down in Louisiana. One of his friends and his mother picked him up, and 4 days later, he was found deceased. Okay, but within this time period after finding Bobby up until today, things have came, as pieces start to come together. He was found. Okay, okay. Bobby lived 30 minutes from this friend. Okay, so the friend's mother picks him up, takes him back to their house. Um, and he was found nearby behind a building that it was called the old school or something like that, but it's actually a banquet hall. It wasn't an actual school, but school was in the name of it. Um, he was found behind that. Very just light evidence. Not a whole lot of evidence came out. Um, he still had his still had his cell phone. But now, what's interesting is today things come together a little bit more. Bobby was found naked. That was one thing that we did not know. That I learned today. That yes, he was found naked. So now we're talking about a 15-year-old that was found naked. He's naked, but has his cell phone, still has a cell phone in his care because that is how they actually found him, is from the ping of the cell phone. Okay. Also, this is the friend's mom that you see here on the screen, and her name is Janice. Okay. This lady, okay, when you go to pick up someone's child, you communicate with that mother. She never communicated with the mother. Um, she got off at noon. Surveillance camera shows Bobby still in front of his house, his own personal house, at 1:40. And surveillance also shows her pulling up and her son together. So which means she got off work. Now how far her job is from where she lives, I don't know. But she went somewhere because she managed to son and then went and picked up Bobby. Now her husband was not with her. Gavin is her son's name, this lady in the screen. It was only hers, only Janice and Gavin. Okay? Gavin, Gavin's stepfather, which is Janice here, husband, was not with them. But he was back at the house, and there's a little opening in between there, or he had left, or something about that. But anyway, he doesn't seem to be a part of this so far. So far. Now, let me take you back. The way that this started to unfold was there was a third little boy, there's a third little boy that was there that we don't have a name or anything from. That's one, he's a witness. So, and not only that, he's a juvenile, but he is a witness. And he witnessed quite a bit. One, he witnessed that when they, now this part we don't know because that we don't know if he was there at the trailer when they got back, or which he said that's what they were, and they were acting funny, and he said he got up and left. But he also said that he witnessed them doing drugs and drinking. So you stayed around a little while after they got back. Okay, that's what it sounds like. But this little boy's mom called. This is the third little boy that we don't know who he is. He's our witness. His mom called Bobby's mom and said, "I need to talk to you. My son has something he needs to tell you. He can't sleep at night. He can't eat or anything. So she proceeded to tell him. That's what she proceeded to say, that they were there smoking weed, doing mushrooms, and drinking. Now, from the very, very beginning of the story, mushrooms came out in this very beginning of the story. Okay? But this mom also went on to say, well, no, your son wasn't doing any mushrooms. Okay? He's trying to keep that part out. And he said that Bobby was there and he went to sleep and he woke up agitated, trying to argue, and mentioned of um, suicide or hurting himself. And he walked out the front door. Well, they walked outside, looked for him. I guess walked around, looked for him a little bit, and he wasn't out there. Now, you went and picked a child up from their home, 30 minutes away. We're talking about in a bigger city now. 30 minutes away. This child, you know you're on his only transportation. Okay, you don't pick up anybody's child, one, without talking to them. Two, you wanted to return their child back to them safe and in the same condition as the way that you found them. Okay, they wait. Bobby's mom called this he went missing on October 3rd. Now this is where a whole lot of twists and turns come in. On October 30th, I'm sorry. October 30th. It's okay. His mom, which is Roxanne Nelson, she reported her baby missing at 2:15. Well, I'm not gonna give a time on that day because I'm not quite sure of that one. But she did the day this on the October 3rd, 30th. I'm sorry, October 30th. She reported her baby missing. Okay, now here's the thing. Where she reported him missing to, let me take it back for you a little bit. We're in the same city, but we're in two different jurisdictions. Okay, where she reported him missing was uh it was at the Baldwin Police Department in Baldwin, Louisiana, and it was at 8:04 p.m. Okay, Baldwin is in St. Parish, Iberia Parish. Um, that's where that is in St. Parish. Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office was not notified of a missing juvenile until November 3rd at 2:15 p.m. when IPSO was contacted by Roxanne, Bobby's mom. So that's where a little time gap went in there as far as why Bobby wasn't found sooner. Okay. So it's like here for me, or any city, you may report it to, say if you report it to an inner city policeman and it's actually happened out in the county. The paperwork um has to go out from the city over to the sheriff. You gotta get it over to the sheriff's department and then out. Okay. So Bobby was found not far from the lady on the screen, Janet's house, totally naked, but the baby still had his phone with him. Doesn't add up. So it's that part bothers me because it sounds like this child, something had happened to this child that he did not agree to. Not only that, Janet's car got bleached on the inside. Haven't said why yet, but this same little boy, this third little boy that was there, is now a couple of days later got ready to smoke a cigarette in Janet's car, and they told him he couldn't because of the bleach. So whatever reason, they told him that the bleach was in the car, and it may ignite. Now, the lady on the screen, her son is 17, and Bobby is only 15. Now, if they're going to say that this other little boy was getting ready to light a cigarette, this third little boy, wonder how old he is. Because he's the one who was getting ready to light a cigarette. Okay. Hey, Johanna, Anna. I was just in here working on a video. Okay, Janet's car was breached. Not said yet why or released to the public. Because what I speak on is totally public. Anything I report on, this is my opinion, and it's public. That's it. Okay, Janice said that he had been smoking weed and he was high off of hallucinating drugs also, but she didn't know what it was. Well, here's the thing. When his alcohol, well, toxicology report and all that came back, autopsy and all that, the only thing was found in that baby system was a TLC from the weed and a little bit of alcohol. There's no trace of any kind of hallucinating drug in Bobby's system. Now, when they interviewed her son and interviewed her, they got two different stories. The son agreed on the fact about the mushrooms. He said the mushrooms. No, the son said that they were only smoking weed and drinking. She mentioned that um that Bobby was doing mushrooms. And I'm just be honest, for the black race, mushrooms is not usually of the black race drug of choice. Okay, um, and also when the report comes back, there's no trace of the mushrooms or anything in Bobby's system. But yet, this woman on the screen said that he was hallucinating from the mushrooms that he had done. And she said, he woke up aggravated and ill, wanted to fight, and walked out the front door and left. But that's somebody's 15-year-old child just walked out the door. And you leave it at that. And then y'all go outside just to do a quick search. And you came right on back inside and just left it at that. Don't get that. There's a lot of pieces that we're having to fill in. Okay, I will not show the picture and I don't play people's audio and stuff like that in the fear of getting struck. I don't do that. I don't, and plus it's other people's work, so I don't do that. Okay, but here's my thing. This baby's face was disfigured when he was found, totally naked, but yet had his cell phone. One, why was he naked? Makes you think other things took place. And what just so happened to make, or why did they leave him with his phone out there? Did you want him to be found or you didn't want him to be found? And it was not far from her house at all. Not at all. I would think they would have covered as far as that area for actually where Bobby was found from their home. But hey, they didn't, so we're here today, okay? Because of this. All right. Um, so she is now in custody. But so far, they definitely said if more evidence coming in pointing to her, there were charges add on. Without a benefit, without any doubt. I thought from the very beginning she was the key suspect from day one. And I think kinda, I don't know if she knew that Bobby was on medication. And whatever they were doing may have caused him erotic or act out or became afraid, or whatever the situation may. Oh, and there's also another witness. There's an adult witness that they won't name this person. But that adult witness says that they seen Bobby in that area that following day. So Bobby was still alive on that Saturday. Because I think this happened on Friday, if memory serves me correct. But I don't want to do it for day, so I won't give a title on a day. But I'll do it like day one, two, three, four, like that. So you got day one, which is October 30th. Is when his mom actually called out to the police and put out the missing juvenile. Now this witness says that they seen Bobby walking over by the area where he was found. They seen him walking there on Saturday. Okay, now they was in the same city. One was just in the inner city and one was out in the county, but it's about 30 minutes apart. But Bobby was reported the night before or the day before. Okay. Had y'all not seen this baby's face on the news, on the internet, something? If you seen him out walking with his dog or walking with anybody or just walking, did you stop to ask him, are you okay? I don't know about that witness. Uh, that witness, I'm not sure. Because versus, like you said, that third little boy that was there, and his mom was the one who called Charles, the deceased little boy. He was the one who called his mother. She was the one who called his mother, telling what her son said happened, or what his son saw or did not see. And from that point, this is where we are today. They have to answer to, because one, I got questions. Was his clothes ever found? And if you found his clothes, where was Bobby's clothes? Were they near him? Were they in somebody else's house? In trash? Why is this woman's car? Why did her car get bleached? Okay, we all know that she picked him up. So for Bobby's hair or fingernails to be in her car would be nothing. Because we know that you picked him up. So why did you bleach your car? I have questions. Why did you pick this 15-year-old up? And we talking about minor. That's a minor, okay? Who wants to have any kind of charges dealing with a minor? If they can get around it. You try to keep somebody else's child as safe as you can when this child is in your care. And this is not no new friend to him. Him and Gavin have been friends for at least 2 years. See, her son Gavin is 18. This little boy, Charles was 15. But 2 years prior to that, Charles had bought a pit bull from her son Gavin, and they had been friends. I don't know now. I don't know how long they were friends prior to that. I don't know how they met. Whatever could have been through an advertisement of the sale of the puppies or whatever. But they remained friends after that. Now, Charles's mom Roxanne says that Janet here on the screen have always been kind of questionable. Her house was. She always had the hangout house and so forth, so on. So clearly, the mothers know one another. They were not. They were not dumbfounded towards each other, but I don't think they were what you call best of friends either. Okay. So now, and here's the thing. Now, somebody like, well, my children were that age, and when they were 15, if my son called me and was with one of his best friends, I'd be like, Mom, can so and so come pick me up? Can I go over there for a while? Okay, yeah, that's fine. And I still will connect with her. Cause so much going on in the world today. I wouldn't just leave it hanging there. I would have to hear just a little bit more. So let me hear her say that she's picking you up and when she's going to bring you back. And this is going to be what y'all going to be doing. Okay. But there was so much, they have Bobby on the surveillance, like I said, from the house and around the house, so, and what she's saying is not lining up with what surveillance is showing. Definitely not time wise. It's not, and surveillance time don't lie. It don't lie. Okay. So this is where we are. Um, as the leads continue to come in, I will bring you more leads and things of it. And if you care to read up on this story, his name is in the title. You can Google it and you can go there and you can, from then to now, what all happened. I didn't put it all in this one video because I covered it on my main channel. Um, but I did want to update it because I probably will continue to follow it on this channel because it looks like it's going to be kind of a drawn out thing. So I guess I will continue to follow it on this channel. And once again, I thank you. And if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, share. I will catch you on your next video. If you have any stories that you would like for me to cover, anything you want me to look into, any panel ideas that you have, please share. You can share them here on my wall, by email, whatever is up to you. Thanks for checking out my video, and I'll catch you on the next one.